13th round with your main man, Kenny Caraway. Shout out to my people over at Meisters. Big up to Ryan and all the people over there doing what they do. We got to talk about Showtime because Showtime was out here making some moves and making some noise the other day as they came out with their spring and summer schedule. And they got some good fights on here, man. Some fights that I'm really looking forward to. Erickson Lubin, that's the one that really jumps out to me first and foremost on April 9th, going up against Sebastian Fundora. Fundora, for those that don't know, that's the guy that's like 6'8". He's like a 6'8" welterweight. And that's going to be a crazy sight to see. He's an interesting fighter. I think Erickson Lubin is one of the more underrated fighters in boxing today. I think he's super skilled. He had to work his way up after getting knocked out by Charlo years and years ago, and he's done that. And I think he's on the precipice of getting another title opportunity. So this is a good fight for him. Errol Spence versus Ugas. That's going to be big on April 16th. Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano 2. That's going to be major on May 14th. My guy, David Benavidez versus David Lemieux. I think he's going to beat the mess out of him and make a claim to have a Canelo fight. That's going to be good. Tank Davis versus Rolly Romero, May 28th. That's pay-per-view. Part of this has to do with the fact that Rolly lost his opportunity at the payday, and they've got to pay that back, and that's what's going on here. Stephen Fulton Jr., June 4th against Danny Roman. That's going to be a big one. The disappointing one, Jermall Charlo versus some guy named Sulecki on June 18th. Now, this was supposed to be Jaime Munguia, but I think earlier I talked about how the zone messed this whole thing up. I would even go a step further and say the zone didn't mess this one up. This was all Oscar. It seems like everybody involved was ready for this fight to happen on Showtime, on free TV. And Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions put the kibosh on it. And that's just extremely disappointing. And it left Jermall Charlo in a situation where Showtime had this big old rollout. They didn't have time to negotiate another big fight. They had to go with the Selecki mess. And, I mean, this isn't a good fight. Hopefully Maul gets a big one in the second half, in the fall and in the winter of this year. But Showtime doing work. Love to see it. That's the third.